Welcome to a day in my life while I'm camping. The first thing that I do when I wake up, whether I'm at home or not, is do my stretches. I sit up and stretch each leg for 90 seconds. Then I give myself my suppository to do my bowel routine, and I read a book until I am ready to get up and the suppository has worked. I am not able to get my wheelchair beside my bed in my trailer, so I have to scooch my butt to the end of the bed to get on and off of it. I make sure there's a blue pad under my butt at all times, just in case anything decides to fall out of my butt, which it doesn't usually, but just in case. After I'm in my chair, I take some vitamin C, and then I drink a whole bunch of water to flush my bladder from being empty overnight, and I just want to get any bacteria out that are in there. I take my pee, my lovely pee container, on my lap, and I dump that out in the toilet and rinse that out and wash it out and then dry it off. And then I am ready to get on the toilet to start my bowel routine. I can't get my wheelchair into the bathroom, so I just pull up and get the very front of my wheelchair into the door, and then I'm able to get close enough that I can transfer. I have to chuck all of my stuff onto the counter. I can't reach it very well, so I just sort of chuck it in there, and then I am ready to transfer onto the toilet. I put a fist on my wheelchair and then grab the other side of the toilet, and I just do a big lift onto the toilet. It's not that far of a lift, even though it looks like it. I use rubber gloves and lubricant to do my bowel routine. Usually I am able to go on my own for the first little while, and then I have to help it out with digital stimulation. If you are unsure of what the heck I'm doing, putting a glove on my hand and lubricant, you can go watch the How I Poop video, or the How I Found Out How People That Are Paralyzed Poop, and learn all about what digital stimulation is and how you have to poop when you're paralyzed. It's an interesting process for sure. When I'm getting off of the toilet, I put my wheelchair just inside the door, and I put a blue pad on because I just washed my bum off with soap and water and all that stuff, so it's kind of damp and I don't want to get my wheelchair damp, so I make sure there's a blue pad on there even when I get off. And then after I'm done, I get back on the bed to get my pants on. It's always a process pulling your pants on when you're paralyzed. You have to yank them up so far and then roll over a million times to get them up your butt. Little kids always ask me how in the heck I get dressed, and I always have a fun time explaining to them that I have to roll over a million times, just like if you were dressing a baby. When I'm done, I sit up and I scooch my butt back to the end of the bed in order to get off. You can't see it very well here, but I have to take all of my stuff off of that nightstand that I'm going to need during the day and yank it with me as I'm scooching my butt to the end of the bed, because I can't get my wheelchair by the bed in order to reach the nightstand to get all of the stuff later. So I have to pull it with me as I'm moving, and that's kind of an annoying process, but it's a necessary evil because I can't get my wheelchair close enough to the nightstand. Once I'm up, I take a basket of all of my stuff that I have to get ready, like my toothbrush and my hairbrush and my makeup and all that, and I take it to the kitchen sink because I can't get in the bathroom with my wheelchair, and it's easier to just get ready at that kitchen sink. I keep all of my stuff in a basket so that I'm not cluttering up the kitchen, which is really small, with all of my stuff, and I just keep it in a little drawer in the closet that my husband made for me. Once I'm done getting ready, I head outside. I'm usually the first one up because I get up so early. I get in and out of my trailer with a lift called a Braun under vehicle lift. It is a hydraulic lift that stows away into a drawer mechanism when it's not being used, and when you're traveling, it just bolts to the underside of a vehicle or trailer and doesn't take any special modifications other than having enough clearance under the vehicle or the trailer in order for the lift to be mounted. We did flip the axles in order to create more clearance so that my husband had more peace of mind when we were traveling, we were going over bumps and stuff, that it wasn't going to hit the ground. While I was waiting for everybody to get up, I cleaned up the garbage and washed the table that we were going to serve breakfast on. Morning, guys. So far, I've gotten up. That's really all you've seen. And me clean a little bit out here because the garbages were gross and all piled up. So I cleaned that, and now I'm going to cook breakfast. Usually it's my job to cook. So I have my little camp stove behind me. Not such a little camp stove. It's like a pretty big camp stove, but I cook outside because it's easier, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's camping, so that's what you do when you're camping. My mother is worried about the outdoors being on the griddle. She's like the worst. I cleaned it off. There's like one little piece of something still left on there. You guys are so annoying. You guys would never have lived in the, like, 1800s. You'd be like, excuse me, I need to have a running water. People would be like, you would perish. You're just as bad with the cleanliness.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
Is that light?
I didn't turn any propane on.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. I hear it.
Oh, my battery's gonna die. And I didn't charge the other battery.
Your camera's dying?
Yeah. You guys might not be able to see me cook because my battery's dying and I didn't charge the other one, so I'll be back when I have a charged battery. Bye.
One egg that was cooked and I forgot to take the shell out, so it's like a lottery. Who gets the shell?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yum. All right, breakfast is done, and now we're gonna have a washu tournament, which I'm not entirely sure if this is a legitimate game or something my family made up. So if anybody has ever heard of washoes, it's a mix between horseshoes and washer toss. What is it, Dad?
Washoes.
It's washoes. I don't know. I'll show you guys when we start playing, but it's basically like 3 holes and you use giant washers, and you have to try and get it in the holes. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know if it's something that my family made up or if it's a legitimate game. So if you know what it is, let me know. Woohoo! Okay, we're gonna play. Jamie organized a whole washu tournament. We paired up into teams and then played against each other. I ended up coming in second with my mom, and the winners of the tournament were Jacob and my dad, and it was super, super fun. Me and Jamie and my mom came to the grocery store to get a few things that we needed. I forgot to tell you guys I was leaving. So that's what I'm doing for, I don't even know what time it is.
Me neither.
I have no idea what time it is. We played washoes and people played catch, and now we're here. So
I think it's like 1:07.
we're gonna go into this little grocery store. On our grocery list was bottled water. Don't worry, we recycle all the bottles. I drink so much water, so we need lots of water out there. Allergy medicine, because Joe and my nephew have allergies and they were both dying out at the acreage because the poplar fluff was so bad. And hot dog buns, which funnily enough, we didn't even end up eating. After we got back from the grocery store, I sat in a lawn chair and read my book for a bit. If you're interested in what I'm reading, this book is by Ken Follett called A Column of Fire, and it is the second book in a series, and it's all about ancient England and Europe, and it's a really good series. After I was done reading, I just hung out with my sister and my mom and visited while the younger boys, played washoes, and then I attached my scooter and went on a scooter ride with my nephew and Jacob, and then after I got back with them, my dad headed out on a scooter ride with me. This scooter I will do a full review of. It takes a little bit of time to get used to putting it on yourself because it's kind of cumbersome, but it is basically like a Baytech, just way cheaper. Having a scooter attachment for my wheelchair makes camping so much easier because I can get around on gravel roads easier and keep up with my family if we're going on bike rides or scooter rides. I highly recommend looking for a scooter attachment. This one was very cost effective and I just got it from Amazon. We're just getting ready to have supper. Steak, potatoes, salad. I made my sister's boyfriend bean burgers, which I've never made before, so hopefully they don't taste like shit. They look good, so we'll see. Bean burgers. Now it's try and handle all the bugs. And we can't have a fire because there's a fire ban. There's so many forest fires in Alberta. So yeah, we're gonna see how long we last outside. Last part of the night, we just hang out by a propane fire pit because we're not allowed to have a actual wood fire because of the fire ban, and just reflect on how freaking lucky I am to have such an amazing family and to be able to make all these memories with them, because so many people don't have this opportunity, and I feel super, super blessed that this is my life. That's my day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will catch you guys back here. There's so many mosquitoes on another video. Bye, guys.